What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. It is your boy, Costa. I haven't done that in so long. It's been a while. I've been doing a lot of TikTok stuff. So if you guys are on TikTok, be sure to follow me over there. It's the same @name. It's @CostaMakesSushi. I'm doing pretty well. I got a couple of good clips. 3 of my videos hit 1 million plus, so that's awesome. But you know, we stay grinding, trying to do my best here, come up with good content. So if you guys have TikTok, please follow me on TikTok. I'd really appreciate it. And leave a comment on the video saying you came from the YouTube channel. That would be awesome. So I've been getting tons of questions. How do you maintain your knives? How do you sharpen your knives? Do you use oil on your knives? I'm gonna answer all of that in this video. This video is I'm gonna show you guys how I take care of my primary knives that I use every single day. The Asuba I use on cucumbers, green onions, jalapenos, any kind of vegetables, katsuramuki. My Sushi Hiki I actually use primarily for everything as far as service goes. I cut rolls with it, I cut nigiri sashimi with it, I can cut garnish with it. My Gyuto is actually my backup knife in case a ticket pops up and there's an allergy on it and I don't have time to sit there and scrub my knife clean. I'll pull that knife out of the bag and use that to accommodate for the allergies. I want to answer all these questions. How do I maintain my knives? How do I sharpen them? What do you do with rusty knives, especially if you have a carbon knife? This video is going to show all of that for you guys, all right? So let's go on and start the video. So throughout the week, my knives will go through wear and tear. These are the stones that I use. These are called Rusty Racers. I got them off Amazon for about $14 and they come in a medium and fine grit. And this is camellia oil, also known as Tsubaki oil. These are all the tools I'm going to be using in this video. But first, real quick, I'm going to show you just how bad my knives are. Now that you see my knives are dog water, the first thing I'm going to do is start soaking my stones. The brown stone is going to be a 1000 grit King Deluxe stone. The light blue stone is a Naniwa 5000 grit stone. The last stone, I'm unsure of the brand, but it used to be a combo stone and I'm sure it's a 3000 grit. I'm gonna go ahead and let these soak for about 5 minutes or until it stops bubbling. If you don't have what's called an anchor for your stones, a wet rag will do just fine, and be sure to keep the surface of your stones lubricated with water or oil. When I sharpen, I try to have the blade at around 20 degrees or less for the best results. So I usually start at the tip of the blade and I'll sharpen the edge as evenly as possible, counting each bi-stroke. I try to distribute even and consistent pressure, and I'll flip the knife over and do the same for the other side, as this is a double bevel knife. As a quick tip, I try to utilize the entire surface of the stone for even wearing. I'll work my way down at the heel doing the same motion and technique. Once I've sharpened each section, I'll do a final sweep of the edge to even it out fully on both sides. During sharpening, you'll have to keep dousing the stone with water to keep it nice and lubricated for a smooth sharpening process. If you want to check the edge, then carefully run the edge along your thumb. Emphasize caution while doing this. If you could feel each ripple on your thumbprint, it's ready for the next stone. Another way to check for sharpness, tap the edge on your fingernail. If it slides forward, keep sharpening. If it sticks, you're good to go. And I'll repeat this process with my Sushi Hiki doing the same exact technique. When it comes to the Asuba or any single bevel knife, this is a little bit different. I will do the back and forth motion just like I would any other knife. However, when it comes to the back side, all I'll do is a single or a double sweep of the edge. When it comes to sharpening my single bevel knives, I'll focus more on the beveled side, about 90%, and 10% on the back side. Now that my knives are a little sharper, we're gonna go ahead and move to the next stone, which is a 3000. All this stone does is refine the rough edge from the 1000. It gives it a slight polish. This step is just as effective as you would sand a piece of wood with a finer grit to make it smooth. The polishing stones don't leave too much of a burr, so I'll only run it once or twice on the backside of the single bevel knife. With my double bevel knives, I'll polish both sides as evenly as possible with the same degree of angle. With the last stone, this will pretty much make it as polished as you can get it. The 5000 grit stone is my finest stone, and I don't press down on my knife too hard. This is to remove any grooves that the 3000 might have left. Although the 3000 grit is a good place to end the sharpening process, I'm extra and I'll buy a 10,000 grit in the future just because that's just how I am. So the motions are pretty much the same. I use about 20 degrees or less, distribute even pressure along the entire edge so that they all come out with pretty much the mirrored polished finish. I'm going to do another paper test. If it doesn't cut as clean as you would like it, repeat the process starting over back with the 1000. You won't have to do it for as long, but repeat the process until you get the edge that you want. When you're finished with your stones, it's important to correct the surface. Over time, you'll notice a curve in the center of your stone. This grooved low grit corrector stone is how to prevent your stone from warping. Doing so will also protect your shinogi line if you have a yanagi or any single bevel knife. This is my first time using rust eraser. As you can see, my gyuto gets a lot of rust, especially when I cut citrus, so it's important to remove this rust before using it for service. This is the rust eraser that Yoshihiro sent, as well as the camellia oil. They sent this when I ordered the Sujihiki. These two I bought off Amazon for about $14, and it's a medium and a fine grit. You can feel it too. So I wanted to see which one was better, the one from Yoshihiro or the ones I bought off Amazon. So what I like about this one from Yoshihiro is that it doesn't leave streaks or blemish the finish at all. It requires a little bit more scrubbing, but the finish is worth it. What I don't like about it is that it's kind of small, so it's difficult to hold. That's what she said. The rust erasers from Amazon did really well. It was a lot easier to remove all of the rust compared to the Yoshihiro, and it's a lot easier to hold. However, it does leave streak marks and does kind of blemish your finish. So keep that in mind if you're considering this product. If you were curious, the Yoshihiro rust eraser is actually in between as far as smoothness goes. This is the fine grit rust eraser, and it did remove quite a lot of the blemishes and the scuffs. Overall, I think the Yoshihiro one was a little bit better because it didn't leave any scuff marks on the edge, but they both work really well, and it doesn't matter what your knives look like, it only matters how they perform. This is Tsubaki oil, also known as the camellia oil. It's pressed from the seeds of the camellia flower native to Japan. It's commonly used in Japan every day by women in the beauty industry for its benefits. Eventually, it made its way into Japanese kitchens to help prevent carbonized from rusting. Now, using it on knives, all you have to do is lightly spray it and evenly coat the entirety of the knife, including the handle. Not a lot of people remember this, but you have to oil your handles as well. Once the entire knife is completely oiled, I'm gonna take a clean paper towel just out of curiosity. I wanted to see how this rusty razor from Amazon would do against one of my older knives. And personally, I think it did really well. 10 out of 10. Well, you guys, that's gonna go ahead and do it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it and learned something. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and go ahead and share this with all of your chef friends. Thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you on the next one. Also, huge shout out to Sushi Steph sending me this awesome shirt. Check it out. Shout outs to you, sister.